Hey, what's up, guys? This is Dr. Michael Coe, physical therapist. And today, what I want to do is I want to talk about ways you need to use a Theracane to be able to get better joint motion. So, a lot of my other videos, I talk about how you can use it to be able to work on muscles. So, this will be a little bit different, a little more technical. Everyone always thinks about using this for trigger points or massage. So, what I want to do is see if we can get a little more deeper into trying to get your body to move better by addressing the joints or how the bones move other than just how the muscles move. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to talk about first how to fix neck pain or neck motion within by using this Theracane. So guys, what I'm going to do is I'm going to provide a link. If you're thinking about purchasing the Theracane, go ahead and check out the link. It'll be an associate's link, and I do get a small commission for if you do use that link, but it'll help me be able to make more videos like this. And like and subscribe for the channel and the video if you have a chance. All right, so here we go. So what I want you to think about is that the cervical spine is made up of 7 bones. I'm not going to worry about the first 2 bones. It's more about 3 through 7 you want to work on. And in general, I don't want to get too specific on anatomy because I don't expect you to be able to know where you be able to find where those bones are, right? But what I want you to do is just find general areas because it'll make a little more sense as I go through this video. So what I want you to do is think about using this end of the Theracane to be able to push in a direction with motion. And then the purpose is to try to make sure you drive the joints to move in a certain direction. So one part of anatomy is that the joints within the cervical spine move up or angled at a 45-degree angle incline. So your force direction, or how you push onto the neck using the stick, should be kind of close to a 45-degree angle. That's one thing I have to remember. So I'm going to turn around and I'll show you on the back of the neck where to push. So by using the end of the stick, I'm actually going to start around the hairline is around where C2 is. So a little bit below that, it will be about C3-ish, right? And then below that, C4, C5, C6, C7. Now, what I just did wasn't fully exact, but I want you to kind of get an idea where the boundaries are. So once again, if I were to go C2, you don't want to go up there, about C3 here, and the lowest you probably want to go is to about C7, which is around here. And so what you could do is you could use the ball at any points in between those points of the neck I just pointed out to be able to make sure that you can get the joints moving with that neck there. And that 45-degree angle is more fits within the model of those bones. C2, C1 have different joint mechanics, so 45 degrees doesn't work for those. So what I want you to do is, what you want to do is push, use the cane and push in that direction using motion with your neck. So the one I would say that works best with this is going to be rotation or turning. So if you want to look at, if I were to turn my head to the right, what should happen is the right side of the cervical spine will be gliding forward or forward to the right. You can also say that the neck on the right side, as I turn my head to the right, is moving backwards in that direction. So by using the cane, I'm always going to be really pulling forward because I can't use this cane and push in the front of my neck and go back. Technically you could, but I don't think it's very comfortable. There's so many different structures here that just makes it difficult. Whereas in the back here, it's just mainly muscles and bones, right? Instead of blood vessels, nerve tissues, stuff like that. So if I'm going to work on and say, if I am feeling stiffness to when I turn my head to the right, I could push onto the cane. I'm angling upwards a tiny bit, and I'm going to push forward as I turn. Now, what you want to do is make sure the cane follows your head. So as this side of the left side of my neck, it doesn't, when I turn, doesn't really straight go forward, but angles to the right. So you want to make sure the cane also angles to the right at the same time, right? And I'll do that on the other side here. And then down. So there might be one that hurts a little bit. What I would highly advise is you don't push very hard. All you're really just trying to do is to get that segment to move a tiny bit more, as in like a couple millimeters more. So you don't have to just crank on that neck to be able to get a better stretch, or don't think that the harder you push, the better the stretch is going to be. You're just trying to aid it from gliding a little forward. So you want to push lightly. I mean, as much as like enough to be able to just deform the skin, and that's about it. You don't have to just crank and try to dig into the bone. So don't bro science and don't just push as hard as you can. It doesn't work that way. So what you want to do is do that on the left side if you want to aid to the turn right. If you're limited and turning to the left, you're going to be on the left side of your body and you'll be pushing. And again, if I'm turning to the left in this direction, in this part of the video, turning to the left, the cane should be going forward and to the left at the same time. If you look at my hands, the cane's guiding that same motion, that same plane. Now, I did say that the 45-degree angle is important. You could angle it 45-ish, right, in an upward direction. Or you can also just kind of push both your hands upwards in this direction as you're gliding and turning your head to the left. So if you're having some neck aching, this is a good video for you to try and do if you have the Thera cane, and try to see if you can get more of the joint motions. Now, if you've seen some of my other videos about trying to get the neck to move better by using the Thera cane to be able to help with massaging and using trigger points for the neck, and you saw this video too, if you had a choice, I would highly suggest you try and get the muscles to move first, then follow up with this video to get the joints to move better. In my opinion, the joint mobility you oftentimes will get better with soft tissue work, and getting the joints to move better can deform tissues a little bit. But in my opinion, if you had to choose an order, I think working the muscles first, then getting the joints to move better, yield better results. All right, but that's my own opinion. So if you guys have any questions about this video, go ahead and comment below. Like the video if you liked it. Subscribe to my channel. I'll have more videos come out soon. Thanks, guys.